It's nearly Christmas, and you're going to be racking your brains on what to buy the person you love who's into van life something for Christmas. I'm going to give you my top 5 perfect gifts for someone who loves vans. And they go from expensive to extremely cheap. So, in no particular order, we're going to start off with this. This is the X-SENCE smoke alarm carbon monoxide alarm. Now, the good thing about these is it connects to your phone. It will also alert you on your phone when it's being triggered. So, if you're away from the van and it detects something, you're going to get triggered. You don't need to be on top of the thing to know it's gone off. Now, it is quite loud. That's it's waking you up. It's loud. Really? They do smoke alarms, they do carbon monoxide alarms, they do carbon monoxide and smoke alarms all in one. They're not like a cheap knockoff, you know, which is, you don't want a cheap knockoff when your life's going to depend on it. We have a couple of these from X-SENCE. We've also got the smoke alarms as well from X-SENCE, and I think that would make a perfect gift for someone who you love to keep them safe. Now, all the links for everything that I'm talking about is going to be in the description below. So if you want to go and get one, have a look at the links and see what's what. I won't put prices on there because we know at this time of year, prices may vary. They go up and down. Depends on where you buy them from, depends on the price. So I will leave you the links. You can go and shop around. Right, next is the EcoFlow River 2. Now, the River series of EcoFlow's portable power units, well, they just work perfectly. And this one, I mean, this one is battered. It's being thrown around a bit. It's being used a lot. It gets used daily. It's just one of them power banks that we use all the time, mainly because of its size. 256 watt hours in it. It will charge 80% within an hour. It's also coming from a leading brand, which is EcoFlow. You know, there's plenty of people doing power banks or power stations out there. We talk about a few of them. But this little boy, this tiny little, you know, charger, this can be taken anywhere. It can be taken in a rucksack if you're going on a big bike ride, or you're going camping. It can be thrown in the car, thrown in the van, thrown in the boot. You could probably take it on a plane. Don't know about that. Don't quote me. Don't do it. It might not be legal. Don't do what Neil says. But this little power bank is absolutely perfect. You can input solar into it. You can input 240 mains into it. You can put it in your car, your van. You can plug it in. All the connection ports are in the back. It's really simple. It's really easy to use, and it's saved us numerous times. Now, right now, as it's December, the good people at EcoFlow, well, they've got some sales on. So if you want to go and grab yourself a bargain, head over to the EcoFlow website. I will leave the links down below. But that is, it's just perfect. It's just cute. And to be honest with you, the amount of people I have seen with these in their vans is just ridiculous. Everybody seems to have one. So for a cheap source of reliable, top quality power that you want to take away with you, you want to throw in the car, give it to the kids when they're annoying you and shove them in a tent, perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not going to break the bank. It's an ideal gift for someone that you love at Christmas. And don't forget, they've got some good sales on the old websicles at the moment, so head over to EcoFlow and go and check them out. Staying with EcoFlow, and I know it's not going to be another power station or a power bank, or this one is going to shock you. It's in there. And no, it's not a bag of reindeer food. What is in here? It's a little light. It's EcoFlow's little light. I love this thing because it's magnetic. As you can see on the back there, it's magnetic. Now, it's got these two little boys here. Now, they're hooks. So you can hang it up anywhere you want. Magnetic, it's got hooks. It gets better. You have the charging input there, but if you want, you can only go and plug your phone into it or something like that and charge it off it. And it's a light. Now, it does 3 modes. And believe me, this is bright. To turn the unit on, there's a little button on the back. You press it once. That will show you how much power you've got right there. The second time you press it, that's going to light up. So that, if you can imagine in an awning or a tent or even in your van, if your power goes, that tiny little light kicks off a hell of a lot of power. Now, if you press it again, you get a yellow light, a bit of a warm light. I mean, does it feel like a log fire? No, it doesn't, but you know, it's only a light. Some people don't like white light, some people like the yellow glow. Right, now, if you press it again, it gives you a kind of mix between the white and the yellow light, but that's a little bit dimmer. Now, if you press it again, you get a spotlight. So, it will give you an actual spotlight from the middle there, which is really good. Now, I did say it's got 3 functions, and we're on 4 now, and there's another one to go. It will do a flash. Now, I think that is SOS. So, if you're somewhere and I don't know, you're in a bit of an accident, you can just set that up, and that is putting off SOS. All inside a little light. That will charge your phone. That again will charge really quickly. It comes in a neat little bag, which is that. It comes with a charging cable. I've got to admit, when I first seen it, I thought, nah. But then I turned it on, and I was like, ooh, shiny. We're going to stay on the light theme because I found something in Screwfix, which is this fella here. That tiny little fella there. Now, it does come with a head strap, you know, so you can put it on your head. The beauty about this little boy, it clips onto your cap, just like that. And you've got one really bright light, you've got a dimmer light, you've got an even dimmer light, then you have a green light. I've never seen a green light before, but there you go. And then you've got a red light, and then it goes off. Now, the beauty about it, you can angle it. If you're doing something, just tuck it away, just take it off, put it in your pocket. That is fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And like I said, it does come with a head strap, and you can put it on your head strap if you want, if you're not wearing a cap. Now, I seen our friend Mr. Paul with one of these, so I wanted one. It's a light. I've got a thing with lights, I'll admit it. Yes, I've got a problem, I've got an issue. I can say it in front of the class. I am Neil, and I have an issue with lights. It's also USB rechargeable in there, so what more do you want? I mean, look at this. Look at it. Bit diddy. What's the final thing? Well, I did say this was in no particular order, and I'm leaving this one purposely till last because this is an amazing product. And it comes in this little bag as well. We are going to be showing this working because we can. You're all thinking it's a mobile power bank that you charge your phone off. It's not. Oh no. It's as small as one of those. Have you got any ideas? It's a jump starter. Yeah, this tiny little device that comes in that really tiny neat little box bag thing, holder, whatever you want to call it, that will jumpstart your van. We're on 98% right now. I've used this twice. It does come with a compass just on there. I mean, who doesn't need a compass on a jump starter? It does have a light on the end, which is there. There's a funny thing about this light. It lights up. it also flashes. Does something else as well. Does SOS. They all want to do SOS, but that's not the fancy thing about the light. You ready for this? It strobes blue and red. Now, I'm not saying you want to be putting that outside the front window of the van while you're driving behind someone on the motorway just so they move out the way and it'll freak them out and you'll think you're a policeman. Don't do that, because that's really silly. And it's possibly illegal as well. So don't do that. Don't hang that out the window or put it against your window screen and pretend you're a policeman, because you could get in trouble. I will test that for you and I will let you know how much trouble you get into. But anyway, back to this little device. This is phenomenal. Really, really is. Do not for 1 minute think because of the size it won't start a van. We don't know what this is for. Could be for smashing windows, very unsure. So in the end of it, you do have your charging port there, and you can also plug your phones in it as well. Everything is versatile, everything can be reused for other purposes, but the purpose you would want this for is cold days, cold nights, cold places when your van won't start. When you turn that ignition on and you get, we've all been there, it's an absolute nightmare. It just fills your pants, because you could be in the middle of nowhere, literally the middle of nowhere, and this will save you. You open the little compartment up, and you take this big bad boy, and you plug that, and you can only plug it in one way, because you can see they are different shapes. So you will plug that in there. Now these boys, well, inside this very small, very handy, compact, easy stored, life-saving device, there's a load of good technology in there as well. If you put them on the wrong end of the battery, it won't do anything. Nothing at all. It won't work. It's got to be connected to the positive and the negative on the battery. Now, it just so happens that Doug, well, his battery has seen better days. He is no more. He's ceased to be. He won't start. He is dead. Deader than a dodo. Flat. Let's go and start him. Now, we're going to do this together in real time, just so you know it's not being done through some fancy head end and be charging the battery. We're going to do it together as we go. So, let's find Doug's key. Let's put the key in. Let's turn it on. As you can see, there's hardly any lights. He's out of gear. Let's turn the key. Nothing whatsoever. Let's take this and we'll plug it in. This isn't easy to do with one hand. Restart that. Right, so we're going to do this together in real time, just so you know. I haven't used some fancy editing to kind of prove to you that something that didn't happen. We're going to do it and show you. Turn the camera around. There we go. Right, so we've got the keys in Doug. The ignition is on, as you can see. It's out of gear. Turn the key. Like nothing. Nothing at all. Right, take this unit. It's on 97%. We'll put it on top of the battery. Connect our positive. Oh, right, that's on. That's turned on. We'll go back into the cab. We don't need window wipers on. Right, I'm going to give it 30 seconds just for some energy to go in. Then I'm going to turn this. Should we give it a go? Let's give it a try. Well, nearly. Let's give it a little bit longer. Nearly. Don't forget, I've literally just plugged this on, so it might work. It might need to put some power into the battery. Oh, nearly. It was getting there. Don't forget, this battery is extremely flat. Leave it again. There we go. That didn't take long, did it? That's now going. That's a big old Ford engine. Right, remove that. Let's go back inside the cab. Turned it off. Will it start again? They might have just put a tiny little bit in the alternator to start it. Let's give it a go. Nothing. Nothing at all. And that was from a completely dead battery. It's on 96% now. It's on 96% now. That is going to be a lifesaver if you are somewhere where you need a jump start and there is not a soul about. So they are my top 5 gifts for if you want to buy someone something for Christmas and you don't know what to get them. There is loads to choose from there, loads of different case scenarios. We've got safety, we've got lights, we've got power. They all have different price ranges as well, but nothing that I don't think is ridiculously expensive. But ultimately, that goes down to your budget. Going from the cheapest, which is this, to the most expensive, which is this. Don't forget, EcoFlow have got some deals on the website. Go and check them out. But nonetheless, they are all great products from good companies that are going to last the test of time. They're going to stick with you and stick in your van, hopefully for a long time. And also, having something like this, well, we've all at that point where we need to call someone and get a jump start, or we all have to roll it down a hill and get a jump start. With this, you can't safe. If that's going to start an old 35-year motorhome with an absolute janky battery that is barely putting out 3 or 4 volts, it's going to start most things. It does have a 3,500 amp cold starting power capacity in it as well, so you know, it's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. I hope that has helped someone find something that they don't know what to buy someone in van life, whether it be your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband. There's going to be something there for everybody. Now the problem we've got is that Emma hasn't got a clue what to buy me now for Christmas. Whatever you do, do it well, and I'll catch you later. Oh, and if I don't see you before, you have a lovely Christmas. You deserve it.